Oh no, I don't know about this, you guys. So I don't know, I'm kind of like confused right now because, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be trying out a new tinted moisturizer from Maybelline. So we all know and love Maybelline's Fit Me Matte and Poreless and Dewy and Smooth foundations. We've all probably used those, I'm assuming, at some point in our makeup routine over the last few years. I was at my Walmart the other day and I saw an end cap of this and I hadn't seen anything about this, so I picked up a couple of shades and I'm gonna try it out. So I grabbed two of the shades. Let me see how many shades there are in this. Okay, so this comes in 14 different shades. It retails for $9.99 and I'm on Maybelline's website. So it says this is a lightweight tinted moisturizer that provides a fresh feel and natural coverage with 12-hour hydration. And it says that the product is 76% natural origin ingredients with aloe. I don't really know what that means. Oh, here we go. There's a little star on their website and it says, we consider an ingredient to be naturally derived if it's unchanged from its natural state or has undergone processing yet still retains greater than 50% of its molecular structure from the original natural source. The remaining ingredients constitute 24% of the formula to ensure its sensoriality, yeah, and color cosmetic performance. Okay, kind of interesting. I don't know what parts of the formula is going to be like that. I'm looking at the ingredients. I'm not an ingredient expert, okay? But I see things like olive oil esters, salicylic acid, aloe leaf juice powder, sunflower seed oil. So I'm assuming those are the kinds of things that maybe are not altered too much. Anyway, I grabbed two shades. I'm thinking I might be the shade 118. I'm going to try that out first. Oh, okay. I thought there would be a seal on it, but since it's this type of packaging, there isn't. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand to just test out the shade really quick. Yeah, I feel like even that is going to be slightly too dark. So I'm just going to go with this. I'm going to go with 118. I'm going to go ahead and take that and just apply some on the back of my hand. And I'm going to start off by applying this with a brush. I always apply everything with a brush and then a sponge. So I'm just going to take that right off of the back of my hand. And on my hand, it actually has like a cooling sensation to it, which is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and start to work this into the skin. It feels very cooling. It's definitely a sheer kind of tinted moisturizer coverage. Okay, now that it's blended out with a brush, I'm going to take what's left on the back of my hand with my sponge. And I'm just going to kind of press this into the skin. Okay, I don't know if I did something wrong. I only had moisturizer on before applying this, so I don't think it's anything that I'm wearing underneath. But it seems to be picking up product. Maybe it was the fact that I used a sponge. I don't really know. And the more I try to blend it, the more it rubs off. Okay, I'm gonna try this again using my hands just to see if there's any difference. I initially liked how it felt on the skin. It felt really cooling and had almost like a gel texture. Actually, I'm gonna try applying it directly with the sponge this time. I was gonna do my fingertips, but I really never use my fingers when it comes to these types of products usually, so I'm just gonna try this first. So I took a little bit more on the back of my hand. I'm just putting the sponge directly into that this time. And I'm gonna see what this does. It actually spreads out really nicely, at first at least, but I feel like maybe it dries down really fast and that's what caused me to pick up excess. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. That seems to be working a lot better. Okay, that's very interesting. I just went back in to do another layer and it's totally picking up product. Like really bad right there. But on this side, just one layer, it didn't seem to do that. I'm usually someone who likes to layer my tinted moisturizers, so I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, oh my gosh, the more I press, the more it picks up. But then that side looks pretty nice right here. Compared to that side, it's kind of weird. Oh no. I just tried to kind of press it down in the center because it looked like there was quite a bit of product there, and it seems like it dries down pretty intensely to the point where it's not really malleable anymore. So if you touch your face, it just kind of leaves. I don't know about this, you guys. I'm gonna try to finish my makeup and just see how things look. But tinted moisturizers shouldn't look like this in my opinion. Like usually a tinted moisturizer looks like just a moisturizer, where somehow this looks like it's already heavy on my skin when it's not, but it just kind of gives the illusion that there's something heavy on the face because it's just kind of bunching up in certain areas. I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I've been wanting to revisit this. I've been seeing a lot of people use it all over again recently, so I wanted to kind of revisit this. I was gonna do some in the forehead, but I don't really want to cover that up just in case. Let me go ahead and blend this out on top, just directly with my sponge. Oh, sorry you guys. I feel like I keep going out of focus because I'm holding up this mirror. I need a smaller mirror to use. Okay, so that layered pretty okay on top. I don't know, I'm still seeing some areas where it's separating, especially where I touched right here. Maybe I should not have done that, but I really thought I would be able to kind of press that out, and it didn't work really well actually. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to finish up my makeup just to see how it looks when I do my makeup the rest of the way. I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier Secret Under Eye Brightening Powder and just put that under the eyes. And then I'm gonna take my Ciate London powder for the rest of the face. I like to set my whole face when it comes to any sort of complexion products. Oh, I forgot to blend out concealer down here, but I feel like that makes any complexion product just last a lot longer. Okay, I'm gonna go over with my sponge gently and just press everything down. I'm gonna add my Fenty bronzer, and then I'm gonna take the Hourglass Stick Blush in the shade Wonder. And I'm just gonna kind of press this onto the apples of the cheeks. Okay, I just skipped ahead and did my eyes and my lips. I did just 2 shades in the KKW Beauty Classic 2 palette. I applied, what mascara? Oh, the ColourPop Brownie Points mascara. And then I applied the Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Gloss in the shade In the Buff. I'm looking for my brow gel. There it is. Okay, so kind of interesting, you guys. Somehow, when I step back, like the overall effect that this gives is really healthy looking. Like I feel like the finish of it is really nice, but then up close, I'm still seeing a little bit of patchiness in like my inner brow region, which could have been my fault because it seems like it dries down, and after it dries down, you don't want to touch it, which seems like a little bit of a high maintenance tinted moisturizer so far in my opinion. When it comes to a tinted moisturizer, I don't want to have to worry about not touching my face. That's kind of the point. Like I wear a tinted moisturizer so I can kind of just do whatever throughout the day and it's going to wear off nice. I don't know if that's going to be the case with this, but yeah, I don't know. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Like the overall effect far away, like what they were trying to do was really good, I think, but up close, there's still some patchy areas and it almost seems to be emphasizing some pores right here on the sides of my face. I'm actually going to take a little bit of my Ciate powder and just kind of powder over that. What's interesting is I don't feel like any of the other products rubbed anything off further. It seems to have stayed the way that it looked after I had kind of, you know, messed around with it a little bit and accidentally moved some of the product away. So I don't know, I'm kind of like confused right now because based off my application, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. And then I put the rest of my products on and it doesn't look as bad, but I don't know. I don't know if a tinted moisturizer should be this confusing or complicated. With that being said, I am going to do a little mini wear test. I'm actually filming this a lot later in the day. It's like 5:40 right now, so it's like dinner time basically. But I'm wanting to kind of wear this just to see how it works. There's no wear claims in this product, I don't think. Like, it doesn't say how long it's supposed to last. It just says it gives you 12 hours of hydration. It never said anything about it lasting for 12 hours, so I have no idea how that's gonna look. What do you guys think? Now that the rest of my products are on, I feel like it's kind of looking better, but okay, well, I'm a little confused right now, and I feel like, honestly, I have tried better tinted moisturizers, even from the drugstore. Like, I know that off the bat, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a wear test just to kind of solidify things and to see if anything changes. I don't really know if anything will change, but let's do a wear test anyway. So it's a little later in the day. It's currently 5:41 p.m. So I'm just gonna wear this for as long as I possibly can for the rest of the night so I can tell you guys how long this lasts. It doesn't claim to have any lasting power necessarily. All it says is that it's supposed to have a natural look, a fresh feel, buildable coverage, which I already disagree on because I feel like you can't really build this up because it will just kind of disappear. And then 12-hour hydration, but it doesn't say anything about 12-hour longevity or anything. So even if it hydrates your skin for 12 hours, there's no guarantees that it'll look good or anything. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let's go ahead and kind of look up close. The only areas that I'm really not loving is right here, which could have been my fault. I don't know. And then around my nose, it's looking a little patchy too. The tip of my nose, I don't love either. Everywhere else, it's like just fine. Let's go ahead and see how it wears through the rest of the night. So I'll check back in with you guys in a few hours to give you my final thoughts on the new Maybelline Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer. All right, you guys, I'm back. It's currently 11:36 p.m. So I've been wearing this for a little over 5 hours, which I know isn't the longest wear test, but I feel like I do have a pretty solid opinion on this just based off of wearing it. So honestly, like, it's pretty dewy, but I didn't powder it, and I normally do powder my face if I'm wearing something that's a little more on the hydrating side. It's so interesting because certain areas don't look that bad. Other areas I feel like it really emphasized my pores, and then the center area where it was kind of blotchy, it actually looks better, maybe just because it's kind of gotten a lot of oils there to kind of melt things together. It doesn't look amazing, but it just looks better than when it started. It's kind of worn off on the sides of my nose as well. So yeah, I'm still feeling the same. I'm just a little bit confused by this because there are elements of it that I feel like look really nice, like this area here looks really nice, but I did feel like it was kind of complicated to work with and to figure out how to apply. Maybe if I keep trying it, I'll be able to figure out a good way to apply it, but at this point in my makeup routine, when it comes to a good tinted moisturizer, one of my favorites is the Pretty Fresh one from ColourPop. I also love like the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I know that's not drugstore, but I have other drugstore favorites like the NYX Bear With Me is amazing. When it comes to those types of products, I want to use a tinted moisturizer when I don't want to think about doing anything too complicated on my face. And so I really don't feel like I'm going to reach for this because it was a little bit too complicated. The texture was really interesting and it kind of dried down fast, and then if I didn't work fast enough, it just kind of balled up and skipped a little bit in certain areas. So for me personally, I think there's better when it comes to a tinted moisturizer at the drugstore. I'm still just like confused, so maybe I'll give it another shot, but I really don't feel like it's the best out there at all. I don't think that you should be worried about whether your tinted moisturizer blends in or not. I can understand that with something a little more full coverage, kind of learning a formula, because those things are sometimes a little more difficult to get right, but when it comes to a tinted moisturizer, it really should be so foolproof. I should be able to do it with my eyes closed, and this is definitely one that gave me a lot more trouble than I was expecting. So for me personally, it's definitely not my favorite. Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be after wearing it, which is kind of interesting. So truly, I'm just kind of neutral about it. I'm not obsessed with it. I don't think I personally would go out of my way to wear this again, but I wore it out tonight, and honestly, like, I wasn't super embarrassed. Like, it wasn't that bad for me. So yeah, just an interesting product in my opinion. But as far as like recommending it to you guys, I definitely would say that there's just better at the drugstore or not at the drugstore. My favorite affordable tinted moisturizer right now is the hyaluronic acid Pretty Fresh one from ColourPop. Now I know this one is a little more pricey, like a few bucks more than this, but it seems like you get more product, and this wears beautifully on me as well, which I really love. So I'll have this one linked down below if you're looking for a good tinted moisturizer. Maybe I'll link a few of them actually that I can think of right now that I've really loved in the past, but this is what I'm using the most. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. I'd love to hear. After I filmed the first part, I went on Ulta, and this has not good reviews. It's like 1-star reviews. So I was kind of shocked by that because I could see why maybe, like I could see why it got a little patchy on me in certain areas, but I've tried worse than this is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I would love to hear if you guys have tried this, how it worked for you, if you've been able to make it work for you. Let me know how you've applied it. If it didn't work for you, what happened? I would love to know in the comments down below. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. Make sure to comment if you want me to try another foundation that you are interested in. I would love to know. I love trying new foundations, so leave a comment if you want to see another foundation review. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!